YouTube, Camodo Gaming here, and today we are back in Car Mechanic Simulator 2021, and I do want to thank you guys for all the love and support on the first episode of this series, and yeah, we're back. I wasn't sure if we were going to do this again, but a lot of you guys liked it, so we need to get this bus out of here. This looks terrible, but today we are ready to go ahead and take some more orders. So what do we have? I don't even think we have a story mission right now, so we can kind of do what we want here. Looks like we have a pretty simple little filter replacement here, so we'll do, actually, you know what, I think one of these has a bonus. You know what, we'll take this one. This one looks like some sort of suspension job. Oh man, I was kind of hoping the car was gonna be dirty because we bought a car wash in the first episode and I really want to use it. But you know what, we'll buy some other upgrades. So if you guys are excited for some more Car Mechanic Simulator, let me know by hitting that thumbs up button and comment down below which upgrades for the shop should we buy next. All right, so the customer said the car wasn't driving the greatest. So let's see. It's something to do with the rear spring. Okay. Says it's too hard to control. Let's see. Inner tire rod, sway bar, rear end link. So it really doesn't seem to be that big of a job here. All right, let's go and get it up on the lift. We'll do some inspection real quick to see exactly where the bad parts are. Okay, so I can see back here, it looks like the rear spring over here is absolutely in terrible shape, so we're gonna add that to the parts list. All right, so that needs to be replaced. There's the rear sway bar. Everything else looks like it's in pretty decent shape down here, to be honest with you. Looking good there. What about inside? What about these little rubber bushings? A lot of times these things can be, oh, actually, here we go. We got the sway bar. There's the end link there. All right, so let's highlight that. Bushings look good. We had to replace quite a few of these in the last video. All right, so that's it for the rear. Let's look at the front suspension real quick, and then we'll order our parts. Oh yeah, I can see that's the tire rod right there. It is bad, so we need that to get taken care of. What about the outer? Looks okay. Everything else looks like it's in decent shape from a visual standpoint. I think I can do closer inspection on these by going into the inspection mode. All right, so we're gonna examine this, just kind of take it apart real quick. Plus this gains XP, so that's one thing we really need to grind away at. Okay, let's go ahead and start to break this down. Do I have to remove the tire to get to the suspension? There's a chance I have to. Let's see, there's the outer tire rod. Oh yeah, we gotta remove this whole piece out here in order to get to this. All right, that's not too bad. All right, let's get the rim off. And we'll do the front, and then we'll go back to the rear. The rear needs a little bit more repair than the front. But you never know, we might actually discover something once we get this removed. Real quick, if I remove the lower arm, can I just get to it from there instead of having to remove all the tire stuff? Hold on, we might be able to do that. Here we go. So really just that needed to go. I didn't have to remove the tire. I mean, it looks a little cooler. All right, so there was an absorber cap. All right, so we take off the spring that way. How do we get, yeah, we have to take off the tire for this one. All right, let's go ahead and take it off. Okay, here comes the little rear end link. Boom. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's all we have to remove. This should be a fairly quick order. Okay, let's get our new tablet out and let's go ahead and go into car parts, go to shopping list. There's our new rear spring. Let's go ahead and buy one of those. We need the link. Buy one of those. Right now, we're getting a 5% discount because it's one of the upgrades we chose from the last episode. So that's saving us a little bit of cash. That way we can do the big upgrades. We'll go look at that here in a minute once I level up some more. Okay, here comes the inner tire rod. That is on. And then next we do the outer tire rod and then the lower arm should go on. And then this side should be pretty much complete here. Okay, time to assemble some parts here. Let's go and do it the little end link here. So we'll put that in. And then let's go and put the spring down. Then there's a little cap that goes on top of it. There that is. And then it's just gonna be this. We don't have to do the fluids. Like, it seems like every job that you normally do, you change like oil and all that, but this is strictly a suspension job, which is nice. Because that's probably one of the most boring things is the fluids. I don't like doing that for some reason. All right, let's go ahead and check this. Yep, looking good. Let's go ahead and finish order, and boom. There we go. All right, so have we been provided any more story orders? No, we're still pretty much working on these random ones. Well, real quick, I did unlock something. Let me go ahead and go to it real quick. So in the inventory, we've got some more of these cases. These things sometimes have some pretty cool bonuses. It's kind of like a little bit of like a loot box or something. But yeah, we get to pick a couple cards. There's a little bonus of some cash. And there we go, we unlocked another crate. So let's go ahead and collect those items. Let's do another crate here. I kind of wish there was like a car in one of these or like a shop upgrade. That would be so cool. All right, a couple more little bonuses. Let's go ahead and do the next crate. And let's see what's in the last one. I've been getting a lot of extra crates on these. There's an XP boost. Ooh, that was a good one. That got us up to level 4. And then another little money boost there. All right, pretty good. So we're up level 4. Does that mean we get our... Oh, here we go. Another story order. So that's probably what we should take on next because these pay really well. So we'll go ahead and take this order, and then we're going to go look at some shop upgrades. Maybe there's potentially something we can do. And oh, wait, is that dirt? It kind of looks dirty. Look at the windshield. It's kind of got a film over it. Okay, I don't know if we get anything for doing it. Maybe it's just XP, but before we go work on this, we're going to take this over to my car wash because I want to use this thing. Check this out. Here we go. I kind of wish we could manually do this, but it's fine. All right, let's watch this bad boy. The customer's probably gonna be really surprised because, yeah, they brought us this thing that has like bad issues on the inside, but they're like, hey, you actually washed it too for us. Yeah, I'm gonna laugh if that was actually a part of the objective. I don't think it was because this is kind of something you buy on your own. And all right, interior is clean. Okay, let's move it. All right, I must say this car looks absolutely fantastic now, but it's got issues, I'm assuming under the hood. What do we have here? Let's check the order. Hello, saw you got quite good reviews, for sure. Okay, well, what's the actual problem? It boils down to constant banging. It's unbearable. And the gearbox isn't working. Okay, that doesn't sound good at all. So we need to change the oil and we need to work on the gearbox. Apparently it is banging. There's a lot of parts to discover here too. Oh boy. Okay, well, let's go ahead and raise it up real quick because it's got to be on the bottom side. It's got to be right around the gearbox. Maybe it's something else. You never know. All right, what are we dealing with here? Okay. Oh, well, you can instantly see problems there, but what is that? Is that the... Okay, that's the front drive shaft. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have to mark that. That looks like an issue. Looks like there's also issues over here in the wheel hub. Those are bad. Well, I thought they said the gearbox was bad. The gearbox appears to be in decent shape. I'm gonna examine some of these parts real quick, get some XP here, and then we'll see what we need to take apart. I see, it looks like it may be a bushing, or it might just be the bolt on the bushing's bad back here. The front sway bar is bad, so this thing's probably driving and steering bad, and then apparently the gearbox might be bad too. Even though it doesn't look terrible, maybe there's something on the inside. Okay, so as you can see, there's quite a few red spots under here. There's quite a few issues. Okay, so let's go to normal mode here. Where do we start? Do we tackle the front or the rear first? I think we need to split this car in half. Like, well, not literally, but we'll do the rear first, and then we'll move up to the front. The rear might be a little easier to do. But yeah, this is still nonetheless going to be quite the job here. All right, let's start taking stuff apart. Okay, this thing is gonna open up a little bit, so let's go ahead and get the end link out. I think I might need to get it out on both sides. So we need to get that. What is that down there? No, that's all good. Okay, so here, let's go around to the other side here. So I think I have another end link over here. So we'll get this one out. So it's boom and boom. All right, so I've already marked my sway bar. Let me mark it one more time just in case. And let's remove that. So that's the sway bar. So that might be it. Actually, there's a nut down here. These are just stuck. You see these rusted bolts and stuff. There's actually nothing wrong with the parts themselves. The bolts are just gonna take a little bit to get off. But other than that, I think it's just a sway bar back here. Let's check those rubber bushings real quick. I'm assuming those are good. Yeah, this one looks decent. Let's take one of these out real quick. So if I were to put this back in, what kind of shape was that in? Actually, I think it was maybe this one. I don't know. It looks okay. Okay, so I think the bushings are good. Okay, we'll look at the order status real quick. There is a rubber bushing. Oh, we did have to replace one. I guess that was the bad one. There's parts in the front that we'll have to kind of discover. Something's completely missing. I think maybe this might be the gearbox here. We'll take all that apart here in a little bit. Okay, let's mount this new sway bar in. So we'll put the new one in here. This should help a little bit. And then we'll put those little ends on. And I think we're about done over here. Okay, this front is gonna be absolutely fun. So let's go ahead and start by taking off the rim real quick. And this will give us access to most suspension pieces. Okay, let's mark that front sway bar. Let's mark that drive shaft. There's also a wheel hub bearing in here that is bad. We have to take off everything to get to that. I think there's a chance we have to. It's gonna be a lot of disassembling here. So, okay, there's the pad. Take off the brake disc. And here comes the hub. And then I think we get to the, oh, we can't take the hub off next. Oh, maybe we have to do the drive axle. All right, let's take that off. Okay, and then can we get, okay, we can get to the bearing from the back. So we need, I think they're bad on both sides. So here, let's go over the other side real quick and let's try to take that one off. Also, I don't know if I've shown this. This is a neat little thing that happens. Sometimes the bolts get stuck, so you have to spray them. Pretty cool. All right, so can I just take off the back? Oh yeah, I could have taken off the back like this. Okay, so I need to mark this. We need 2 of those bearings. So I didn't have to take off the whole front end over there. Okay, so that's that. What else are we dealing with here? There's the front drive shaft. There's more than meets the eye here, and I'm trying to figure out like where everything is. What about this bushing here? How's this thing? Can I take this? Oh, it's stuck. Here, let's try to take this one off. This one looks a little rough. Can I examine? Oh, geez, what am I taking off over here? Okay, the bushings, those are good on that. All right, I don't think we have to do any more of those. Okay, so we'll screw that back on and not mess with it. Okay, well, let's get the next set of parts. So we need the bearings, we need the front sway bar, and we need the front drive shaft. Okay, we're taking off these links. This should loosen up the front sway bar. So let's go, boom, that is gone. We see anything else that is bad under here? Everything else looks like it's in decent shape. So actually there's a rubber bushing right here. This one's got me a little concerned. Is this one bad? All right, can I just take this thing out real quick? Let's look at this one. I don't know, the bolt looks bad. It kind of looked a little rough. Let's make sure we got a good one in there. There we go. Okay, so we got that. Let's put the new front drive shaft in. Okay, so that slides in there, and then we want to do the new front sway bar, so we'll put that in there. So let's go ahead and put the front sway bar ends back on. So it should drive better, at least handling-wise. We got to figure out what's wrong with that gearbox, though, because apparently there is something messed up on the inside of it. All right, and real quick, we can put on those new wheel hub bearings. So we'll go one there. Okay, so suspension looks good. We have the clutch plate and the cam gear, and then a whole bunch of stuff that hasn't been discovered, which concerns me. All right, here we go. Here comes the gearbox. What are we going to find in here? I feel like it's going to be really, really bad. Let's get this one off, this one off. Okay, oh, okay. Well, there's some of the parts that are bad. Looks like we have a flywheel that's gone. Let's get this pressure bearing out. Okay, here comes the pressure plate. Let's get it off, and then we'll see what's on the inside of this. Maybe there's even more problems other than the flywheel here. Oh, here we go. Clutch plate's bad. Take it off. Flywheel's bad. Okay, take it off. I feel like we should take some of this off because we're not seeing something here part-wise that is bad. And yeah, that's concerning me. Nothing visible there. I mean, everything's going to be behind this timing cover, so... Oh boy, we get to take that off. So I found the other issue. It's the spark plugs. I think I was looking a little too deep into it. I think it's the ignition coils and the spark plugs. Yep, well, at least it's some of the issues. Looks like we have ignition coils. It's 1, 2 of those. And we'll replace all the spark plugs on that too. Oh, would you look at that? Okay, so the camshaft's bad too. So boom, we need to replace that. Also, there's a rubber bushing down in the bottom that looks like it might be bad too. This car has so many issues. This is ridiculous. Okay, look at this. We got another problem here. This is going to be the cam gear A. Okay, so Let's go ahead and get to this too. All right, so is that it, or should we go lower? Because there's still more parts that we haven't discovered here. Okay, here comes the engine head real quick. All right, do we have, are the tops of the pistons supposed to look like that? I don't think so. Actually, you got the two pistons. Yeah, okay, there's a good reason why we kept breaking this down. This motor has basically got to go. Okay, so here's a question. Is it the crankshaft? Let's go ahead and drain this thing. And we got to take the oil pan off. And then maybe we can get to the pistons potentially. I'm hoping, maybe. Okay, so that comes off and, oh, look at this. All right, so it's crankshaft bearing. So we have 3 of those are bad. We have, looks like maybe the pistons are bad here. Man, this better be it. Like, this better pay well too. Okay, so the crankshaft itself looks okay. Can I examine these from here to get another little look-see? I don't think I can. Okay, so I know the 2 pistons, so we have to get these rod caps. Are those okay? We'll see if these are good. There we go. All right, so here, let's take a look at those parts real quick. There's the bearing. The rod caps are bad too. So I need to put that to the shopping list. Wow. Okay, good news. Piston looks good there. Let's take this one out here. We need 2 of these. Okay, it's time to start buying parts. Did we discover everything? Ignition coil. Oh my, there is still stuff. It's gotta be bushings or something. Gotta be something like that because this is broken down. By the way, can I take in the other lift? Can we upgrade that real quick? Here, if we go over to the toolbox, by the way, I have a skill point here. What is this? Increased screwing speed by 20. That's actually pretty, but I can only do the stuff here on the bottom. Cuts time examining parts. Ability to fix parts from group 1. Increased chance of instant repair by 2%. And increased mounting and unmounting speed. Let's go ahead and do that one quick. Let's unlock that. Okay. And then what about the shop? Should we buy a second lift? It's not that much. I'd probably get the bus out of here too. Let's go ahead and go for it. Let's buy one of those. That way we can get another car in the garage too. Hey, look at that. The school bus is gone. And it looks like the shop has actually been organized on this side, which is kind of nice. Cool. All right, we are going on a shopping spree here. I got a lot of stuff I need to buy, so this is just fantastic. Okay, let's start from the top. So the new pistons are gonna go in, and there's piston rings. Let's go here. What about the other piston rings? Okay, those are good. All right, so those are in. Now let's lift this up. Let's go from the bottom, get all that secured, get the oil pan back on, and then we'll slowly start to piece the engine back together. I'm just curious, what are the remaining parts? That's scary, because I'm not seeing it here in the engine, so that's a thing. Okay, the engine head's going on, so I think I need to buy the camshaft. Hold on, let's do this one real quick. This one was good. This one was bad, so we need a camshaft B real quick. But let's go ahead and get some of the other good parts on. That way we can try to speed up this process here. Okay, here comes a couple new ignition coils. All right, those are in. Okay, so a lot of that's done. Cam gear, I think we have a new one of those. So let's go ahead and put that in there. All right, the engine's getting there. Like, we're almost fully assembled. Okay, so we need another timing chain. So let's go ahead and put that on too. Okay, new one of those is on. Cam gear B. Okay, put that one back on. Nice. All right, so that's the flywheel. We'll work on all that here in a second. Let's get the engine completely reassembled first. Okay, so that goes on there. Okay, pressure plate goes on, and let's go and screw this in. Okay, so I think pretty much most of the engine compartment is done. The problem is we're still like missing a lot of pieces apparently, which is scary. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do a little bit more investigating to see what else is wrong with the car. Okay, we are adding oil to the engine, so we have a couple remaining parts left, and I'm thinking it's gotta be something like a bushing or something. Like, that's the only thing I can think of. All right, so time to closely examine every little rubber bushing on this car to see if that's it or not. I think we found our problem child. Hold on, take this out. There it is. Okay, so that is the rubber bushing that we were lacking. Let's put a newish one in. Boom. Okay, so let's see. Everything looks good. Finish order. This ought to pay really well, right? Boom. All right. Wow, we did it. Okay, so we actually upgraded the shop. Of course, we have the new lift here. We can take more orders. There's another story mission here that I want to take. This one actually involves fixing body parts, which I don't think that we can do that without a certain shop. Let's go ahead and take this order and put it in on one of our lifts. So what's wrong with the body? Actually, it just looks like the front panel's like messed up. Actually, it's just like it's an aftermarket one. Okay. Well, we'll stick this one inside the shop real quick. We'll put you on lift B. And then I can take another order that we'll probably start off with. We'll kind of slowly pick through this one, probably on the next episode. One thing I did want to buy, I want a engine, or I guess it's a diagnostics. This probably would be kind of cool to have. That way it scans and maybe tells us some of the problems here. Also, I was kind of looking at this welder. Maybe we'll do that too for full body repairs. There's so many upgrades that you can get. It's really kind of hard to look at all these and not want to buy everything. But for now, let's do the onboard diagnostics. Boom. So that's another tool in our arsenal. And of course, next episode, if you guys want to see more, let me know. We'll go ahead and take some more orders and buy even more upgrades. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.